with a quick look at revision, or as I like to say it, re-seeing. So, let's start with this poem, The Steps of Caution, the original. I stare at the case, 14 steps up, to a street I can't see. Too many people, noises that hollow me. I go inside. Here we have a strong sense of emotion, anxiety, but we don't have a reason why. We don't have a who. And in many ways, we're not really sure what's going on. We know that there's a street, there's stairs, there's people and noises, but we're not really grounded in the poem. Let's see what happens when we re-see the poem. Notice the length of the poem here and how it changes once we revise it. The steps of caution. The stair, both in sight and step, is about a case of ascending blocks made of cement and a cemented, escalating mental barrier. 14 steps up to the street above, 5 steps to calm an impending attack. The footfalls assaulting the sidewalk above, like laying ground fire, pelting my nerves, sending me scuttling backwards against the door I swore I'd leave behind me today. But voices crawl down the walls, echoing in my basement stairwell, inviting me back into this silent, solitary apartment. Behind the door I close against the outside world. They say tomorrow is a new day, but will I be a new man? Notice how much longer this poem is. This is not just an editing of words or lines, it's a look at the same idea, but making it more experiential and grounded in a place and an emotion and a situation. Notice that, like the first poem, it plays with language. The stairs are both staring physically and a staircase. The case is not just the stairs, but it is also a mental problem with anxiety and agoraphobia and going outside. So now we see that there are 14 steps and it's the street above. And we learn later that the person is just outside their apartment. So they live in a basement apartment. Also, look at the way it's showing the emotion of the poem. It's not saying, I have anxiety. It's not saying, I have agoraphobia. We know these things by what happens in the poem. It refers to it as a cemented, can't be changed, escalating, increasing mental barrier. And we're told this, but we also see it. The footfalls assault the sidewalk above, laying ground fire. So here we have active verbs that show us what's happening, but we also have a simile or figurative language to make it concrete and real. When we're revising, one of the things we want to be thinking about is, are we creating an experience that our readers can see, hear, experience by feeling as if they're there with the character or narrator of the poem? These are the things we're looking for when we revise. So I invite you into your own work as a poet to re-see the poem. Thank you for joining me for this discussion.